Karma, cause and effect in the matrix. Karma is a term that has been used by many civilizations to explain or rationalize, in the of simplest terms, the notion of what you reap, so shall ye sow. Closely related to this concept is the idea of samsara, which has often been described as the entrapment and perpetual, entropic cycle of endless rebirth and death. Spiritual evolution is the singular reason why any soul incarnates as a human, or as any of the other various form factors within the physical universe, but it's the law of cause and effect at work in relation to spiritual evolution far more than karma. The two, karma and the law of cause and effect, are not mutually exclusive, but perhaps an alternate understanding of these concepts and processes will cast a new light. My understanding is that any desire, intention, thought or action, which is the order of creation itself, that is produced by consciousness is subject to the law of cause and effect. At its core, anything that is produced not out of unconditional love, or total perception, is destined to return to its origination point or source in order to experience its full breadth and depth. Let's imagine the infinity symbol, the sideways figure 8, endlessly flowing into itself. Picture yourself somewhere in that loop. Now imagine your consciousness put something into motion, so to speak. For example, let's say we sell an item knowing it isn't the best option for someone in need, yet we do it anyway. Say for the sake of profit. In order to understand in totality what we have put into motion, we must also be on the receiving end of that action as well. So we in turn must experience what it is like to be in need and be taken advantage of as well. Now, what we have given momentum into, this action, has come back around to its originator, and we can now truly understand in totality the depth of our action. To fully grasp the totality of the law of cause and effect, we must have the understanding that this law applies to every single desire, intention, thought and action our soul has ever given life to within every incarnation. When we see the law of cause and effect in its fullest scope, we know and accept that we are the sole author, actor and director of everything we ever experience. We are responsible for everything, since we set it into motion, and it is our developing sentience that allows us to eventually transform out of ignorance and into a being of pure caused sans effect. All notions given life to out of pure unconditional love cuts the infinity cords of effect, for there is no need to see the totality of the notion because it was born out of total pure perception or unconditional love itself. Operating within this state of awareness is self-mastery, and quite often the domain of the beings we know as the ascended masters. They have ascended beyond the law of cause and effect, and therefore, they have no need to incarnate into these lower frequencies. Many never did to begin with. When these masters do incarnate, and some are here right now, they do so out of pure service to others and unconditional love. How does karma play its role with this infinite, sideways 8 we are all a part of? It is my understanding that karma is the unnecessary, self-induced attachments to low-frequency thoughts, actions and behaviors. If we can imagine a supernatural being, existing on multiple frequencies and dimensions concurrently, truly not bound by anything, imprisoning itself through the use of finite consciousness, when incarnate, via ignorance and or greed, by thoroughly identifying itself to any low-frequency thought, action or behavior. If this supernatural, multidimensional being, you, so thoroughly identifies with being the body and mind, and therefore the physical sensory realm, this identification creates bondage, addiction. That can only be undone where the link was made. Here, while incarnate. Karma is a possibility based only upon choices we make via our free will, and therefore is strictly a human experience. Why is it strictly a human experience? Because the human experiment is the experiment in individualized, free will. Humans are the only species of beings incarnate throughout the entire multiverse that have been given this gift. It is the single, greatest opportunity to fast-track our spiritual evolvement, and therefore it comes with the highest risk. Karma, all of you reading this are the bravest of the brave, and I love you all for accepting the challenge of evolving through human incarnation. Many energetic entities are in awe of this bravery. The matrix is the realm of perception management. The scripted delusion sold as reality. It utilizes the manipulation of the 5 physical senses to help seduce and deceive the ego/mind, creating and perpetuating a false narrative that the fake identity identifies with through its use of finite consciousness, the human mind, thus possibly creating bondage out of our own misidentification of thinking and believing we are merely human through our own ignorance. Greed and subsequent identification/attachment to low-frequency thought, actions and behavior, karma. With a broader understanding of what karma is and the law of cause and effect, we can make our choices with more wisdom and awareness and move up the frequencies toward enhanced understanding of how our spiritual evolution truly works and our current position within the greater reality. Awaken all of yourself. Humanity needs the real you. I am with you until the work is done. Namaste, R.J. Spina. About the author, R.J. has healed himself from a permanent state of paralysis from the chest down, a lethal infection, multiple diseases, and numerous life-threatening physical challenges. He has done this in less than 1 year and takes absolutely no medications. He lives on a remote island and teaches meditation, spiritual counseling, advanced classes on how to become self-realized and performs transformative healing work, all remotely. He has one objective, the same he has in all of his infrequent incarnations. The freeing of mankind. Operator, if you like our article, give Conscious Reminder a thumbs up, and help us spread love light. Operator.